Hi Pisces, welcome. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome to I Am Destiny Calling Tarot. All right, we're going to do a read for Pisces here covering the time frame of June 1st through June 15th, 2020. Going to move into the 6th month of 2020. How about we make it the best possible last 6 months of 2020 that we can muster up. I think we can do this. All right. Quick message before we get started here with your read. I just wanted to announce that the winners for the free personal read contest, their information will appear on the community tab section of this page. So check that out, and that's going to allow you to keep up with the contests. So I'm going to try once a month maybe to go ahead and do those free personal reads. It's my way of saying thank you to each and every one of you. So that is the information regarding contests. So I think we can kind of get into the energies here. Just take a few deep breaths. Take a deep breath. Feel the negative energy release as you blow it out. And another deep breath. And on the exhale, just release all of the negative, toxic, yucky energies. Okay, we're going to take another really deep breath, guys. And then on that inhale, that allows us to bring in all of the positive, yummy, juicy, good stuff our way. So now that we're kind of centered into the energies, let's also kind of allow ourselves to calm the mind and just still the mind. Allow ourselves to go blank with no thought process at the moment. Allow us to just sit still and listen. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone's feeling well. I hope everyone is staying as balanced as possible during this time. Focusing in every area, mind, body, spirit, soul, physical. Get out there and do our exercise, our walks, drink our water. So important to do whatever we can to help ourselves to stay balanced during this time. And then once we fill our own cup, we can be helpful and useful to others during their time of need. So I'm just going to prepare the cards. I'm not in any rush to do so. We're just going to maintain this calm, positive energy vibe. So this is a general read for the Pisces collective, so where it's general, if there are specific messages that you're noticing are not resonating with you, don't try to force the messages. It simply means those particular ones weren't meant for you, and that's okay. And the dates as well. The dates really are just general guidelines here. We're all in different parts of our journey, so you might notice things resonating for you a few days or weeks before and after these dates. And I'm feeling called at the moment to just have a moment of silence here for all of the beautiful souls that have recently transitioned and a loss of life is affecting each one of us on the globe in a certain way, whether or not you were affected by someone who maybe passed through illness or disease or whatever, and for those of you who maybe have lost people in your community due to an injustice taking place, let's just take a few minutes, remember those families who may have lost loved ones, and send a little love and light their way for the difficult time that they're experiencing. Thank you for that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with selecting the cards. I'm going to invite Spirit to assist with selecting your cards, Pisces. So let's just be patient and see what Spirit has to say. Spirit, please provide messages for Pisces. For the Pisces collective, what messages do you feel are important for the Pisces collective? And this is to cover the time frame of June 1st through June 15th, 2020. Please help to guide the Pisces collective at this time with your messages. Okay, I definitely feel confident here that these are your messages. So we're going to take a look at the oracles and leave the inspirational and gratitude message until the end. Set aside the tarot for a moment. All right, so we're going to take a look at the energy oracle card. This is going to provide us with the overall energy for the entire reading here today. Excuse me. It says, show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. This is so fitting at the moment. All about being a real, authentic you, feeling that you love yourself so much that you're going to be confident enough to go out into the world and always just be 100% authentically you, and know that by doing so you're giving such a wonderful gift to the world. Next card. It says Black Dragon from Saturn. It brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision. I think I'm going to put my glasses on. I have them right here. It says, concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself, you have passed the test. I see some of the signs are lining up as far as where you're at in the course of your journey. Pisces, you're doing an amazing job in the spiritual transformation and growth that you are experiencing during this time. Yeah, it's definitely a time for you to focus on what it is that you can do to make an impact on others with your gifts and your talents. You're almost, I wouldn't say ready, but you're almost kind of itching to get out into the world to do that, to help people with any of your specific gifts that you bring to this globe. This is this is meant to be more of a comic relief. So it's just a general message here. It says, ask a bleeping expert. So for those of you who are in some kind of doubt at the moment, it says, don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a bleeping professional. Sometimes we just really needed to be reminded of that, especially where we think everything on the internet is where we're getting our resources from is 100% authentic when it's not, right? Let's take a look at the tarot. We have one, two major arcana here in your spread. All right, so remembering the energies of authentically being you, allowing yourself to focus your vision for what you see for the world going forward in the future, your contribution and your gifts that will be coming forward, and you're going to just set free out into the world and really focus on more so how it's helping people instead of focusing on the self. And I think this is going to be a really fantastic energy here for you. Six of Wands is the first tarot in the spread. So this is a great card which is going to symbolize forces and balance. So you're very successful at maintaining balance for yourself, and you do have a lot of hope in your energy. So I sense that they're very likely, as a result of that belief and that hope, you'll have some good news coming towards you in the near future. I would almost say within probably the next 6 weeks. So you might also be experiencing something along the lines of seeing results of something that you desire. So you've been putting a lot of heart, blood, sweat, or tears into something, and it could be very well during that 6-week time frame where you're receiving some form of good news that your efforts are starting to pay off. So really, it is about victory here, first card out. All right, so we had swords next. So we have 6 of Swords. Again, this is success. Again, this is balance. This is also very much a new type of, how do I say it? Mental orientation, if that makes sense. So you have a change in the way of your thinking. So this is really going to allow you to overcome a lot of difficulties. So having that in your energies is going to be obviously making you quite successful during this time. You've gone through anxiety, and that is perfectly normal. I feel that for the most part, you're coming to a point of success after the anxiety is subsiding, if that makes any sense. sometimes when I do read the messages, they're not going to make sense to me. Some of them do. Some of them resonate with me. Some of them don't make, quote, really any sense at all. But I'm hoping that whoever is meant to gain some form of wisdom or knowledge from these messages is going to benefit. So I just wanted to put that out there. The World. Major Arcana. This is an understanding energy. So this is about you really taking whatever it is that you've learned. So when it mentions here in your oracle card that you've passed a test, it really is about celebrating. It's about congratulating yourself. I feel some of you have graduated from some form of schooling. So if that's you, congratulations. Very well deserved, and I'm proud of you. But for others, it's really about having gone through the life lessons, right? And maybe, unfortunately, having to learn things the hard way. And the lessons learned are now something that you have under your belt as far as wisdom. So now you're able to apply that wisdom to your current reality. So by you having passed this test and moving forward with, you can almost call it a new superpower if you want. That's the way I see it. The energy is really about you having much more confidence in where you're going, what your direction is, why you're doing it, what your intention is to be doing it, who you're affecting. Yeah, really just a lot of questions are kind of swirling around in your head at this moment because you are so open-minded during this time. And what's fantastic, what's really fantastic, oh, sorry guys, did I just bang the camera? I did. But what's really fantastic at this time is you're likely noticing synchronicities happening, and maybe you haven't gone through that in a while and you've kind of missed seeing those synchronicities because they were some form of a reminder, and it really allowed you to experience the depth of feeling, and maybe that's slowly coming back with these synchronicities here. But I think that was probably a lot to do with the anxiety energies as well. So that's leaving your system, your energies here. So that's fantastic. And then you're going to move into Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. It's almost as if you feel a different sense of power. I guess the best way to explain it is you have a power, a force, energy flowing through you, and you're really starting to feel the power kind of get stronger. It's allowing you to be incredibly generous during this time. It's allowing you to share your great talents with others in order to be helpful to them in their situation during this time. I think that is incredibly noble. Some of you are really just sitting here in an energy of just love and just it's a really beautiful place to really sit with this energy for as long as you can, right? Soak it all in. Next card up is the Strength card, Major Arcana, second in the read. So this is, again, a lot of balance coming to you. And I feel also just really some sense of opposites attracting type of energy here. It's a charming energy of I feel like you are becoming more um, I don't know how to say this in I'll just say it. It's you're becoming more of an attractive person, whether or not that means on the inside or on the outside or both. So maybe you're changing your appearance, but you're becoming more of an attractive person. And I think that it's really about becoming a more attractive person, full circle, so all around, um, internal internal beauty and external beauty, because you're very balanced. And it's major arcana, so that energy is very, very strong. And for others, this is really about you having an energy of intolerance. So something is definitely going to brew here, because the energy is just really subtle. So that energy could be, for some of you, just really rumbling under the surface and ready to kind of explode. So some form of intolerance feeling here. So make sure you turn that possible intolerance, negative feeling, or fearful feeling into something which will benefit you and the whole by channeling or focusing, and that's key word, focusing on possibilities. So what are the possibilities where I can focus this particular energy and get the best outcome for all? It's a way of thinking here. Yeah, so your way of thinking is you're very open, you're very, you're really just open to new ways, new information. Whatever hasn't worked for you in the past, you have made conscious effort here. You've decided to let that go. It hasn't worked for you. It has a really bad track record. What's the point in continuing in that pattern, right? So that's amazing energy for those of you who are coming to that point. That's really going to be a big deal for you over the next 6 weeks, I feel. Three of Swords is the next card. Some may very much feel as though you have, you feel alienated in a way, and I'll explain a little bit. It's more about you are coming into a time where you're perhaps noticing that feeling, and what it's really all about is you're going to circle into an understanding of separation. So separation, you may feel as though you're separated from others, but when you come full circle, it's really about the understanding that you're coming to, that everything is interconnected, everything in the universe is really just energy, and it flows, and it flows beautifully, and it flows effortlessly if you allow it, and it just changes form. So you're coming into an understanding of unity and oneness. So this is, for those of you who are experiencing that, that's going to be a pretty intense 6-week time frame, especially spiritually for you. So that spiritual discipline here in your oracle is definitely resonating with this card as well. And then for others, it's a feeling more so of sorrow or grief. So it's likely you're not quite out of the um, the mindset of letting go of all of the old beliefs, right? So you're almost there, you're just not quite there yet. And that's what I mean, we're all in different parts of our journey. So the energies, this is how the energies are lined up currently, but we all have free will, so it at the end of the day is our choice. And that's what makes life so special, is we have choice. And we can make the choice to work with the energies, or we can make the choice to not work with the energies. And at the end of the day, as long as it feels right for you, that is really truly all that matters. Ace of Wands. Next card. This is going to be about a lot of creation energy. So I feel as though you need to get the creative energies really flowing in order to allow something to come out into the world, and it's a really big contribution. It's a really big, it's something that can allow society as a whole to function better, perhaps. It's something that has been overlooked in the past, and you're able to use your imagination and your creativity here to implement something on it might not be on a large scale right now, and that's okay. That's it's serving its purpose. So I don't know whose specific message that is, but if you have that energy of just creativity that needs to burst out of you, this message is for you. Just follow that energy intuitively. Don't question it. Remain open-minded. And I do feel with your spiritual discipline here, you're allowing yourself to be open so that those downloads of information can come to you, and really also being aligned and balanced in your energies is allowing the right things, the right people, the right solutions, the right tools you need to manifest for you in order for you to create something that is going to be so beautiful and something that is going to be so impactful on others' lives. And I think that's all about you just being you and you showing the world the real you. And by doing that, look at what you can create. Amazing. You truly are an amazing soul. And I hope by the end of this reading you feel that. You feel that worthiness. You feel that love, that all-encompassing oneness, that love of the universe, the love of the whole. Just that beautiful feeling that you will likely be coming into, hopefully over the next 6 weeks. Seven of Cups is the last card. This isn't about imagination. This is about daydreamings. It's about a lot of hope here and letting go of fears. And finally, it's all about your productive power. So you might have a lot of fantasy. So maybe you're writing a book, you're writing a story, you're just bringing your natural, authentic, real you out into the world so that others can see your true beauty. And by doing so, you're creating amazing works of art which are impacting people and changing people's lives. And I don't think you realize at this point how incredibly amazing that is, and you are. I really am so happy for you on these energies. It is a time where you need to really understand how much you have, don't want to say earned this, because it's not about earning it. It's more of a feeling and sensation here of you receiving some form of blessing. And just really taking it in and feeling grateful for the opportunity to be here now, in this moment, experiencing this reality. Um, yeah, really beautiful stuff, guys. And again, I feel pointing this out for some of you, it's going to resonate quite deeply. So if you do need assistance and help with something to progress forward with something creatively, ask an expert, right? Don't rely on the internet. Make sure you're talking to a professional. So that might not resonate with everyone. That's okay. And let's take a look at your gratitude message. This is a wonderful day. I've never seen this one before. Maya Angelou. Love it. So hopefully in the morning when you're rolling out of bed, this is what you're feeling and thinking and knowing and believing and trusting and hoping for. Last card is the inspirational message. It says spiritual alignment puts my manifestation into motion. And you definitely are putting things into motion. You are balanced and you're becoming incredibly spiritually aligned, so much so that you can receive downloads of information, and maybe also seeing a lot of synchronicities which are helping you to get answers, to be guided, to move forward with the knowledge that you're on the right path, right? It's beautiful how the universe works once we understand the ins and outs of it, right? It's almost as if we're unlearning programming that we've been experiencing since birth, and we're really just letting all of that go. We're unlearning it, and we're allowing ourselves to start brand new and learn, from scratch, basically. So it's a really great time to be alive. So you're definitely going to have some law of attraction coming up here in the next 6 weeks. Like I said, it's about manifestation energies. It's about co-creating. It's really, really beautiful. My heart is just so full of love right now. It's just incredibly touching, incredibly tender, and incredibly beautiful. So Pisces, keep up. If anything out of this entire reading, if you get any messages, keep up that feeling of just pure love for yourself, love for others, love for the universe. And that will take you in so many different directions, which are really going to be amazing and wonderful and joyful and happy and harmonious and peaceful. So that's it for your read this week. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much to each and every one of you who have provided me with beautiful, lovely comments to read. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Also remember, check out from time to time the community section here on this page. Make sure you're filling your own cup. Make sure you're making yourself a priority. Make sure you're loving yourself each and every day. All right, guys, that's it for me. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.